Hello, everybody.
What time is it?
It's stat time.
That's it. It is. And we're going to be doing Monmouth and Ocean County.
Yes.
I always have this stupid thing. So how's everyone doing today? It's fall is upon us, right?
Yes.
It's just,
I love it.
oof, I hate it. So we're going to agree to disagree. But anyway, it's the fall, the fall equinox.
Oh, yes.
And I think you could balance an egg.
Did you want your iPad?
I didn't see it. I could actually read it.
Okay, good.
But we'll get to that later.
All right.
I'm sure that I could actually. You can't read that screen.
I can't read it. Yeah.
You need glasses.
Yeah.
I can read it.
It's kind of.
For some reason, I could see good today. Probably was a good sleep. Anyway. Yeah, No, she doesn't have a shock under the desk, so I didn't push anything to do that. That was a naturally occurring response to something. But anyway, we're going to be talking about the stats. Anybody feel like the world is getting a little crazy about the day? Well, I certainly feel it. And these stats, this isn't really one of the biggest blaring reports out there. There's nothing too notable on here. There's a couple of things that stare out a little bit. Mm-hmm. But this market's strange because it goes in ebbs and flows. You get these very busy months and you get very weak months and you get it's just a strange atmosphere. The Fed cut rates last week, half a point. It's not reflected in mortgage rates. So people who saw the Fed fund rate get cut 0.5, mortgage rates actually came up just a little bit. So it's not like there's too much volatility in the mortgage rate. So it's but mortgage applications last week were up. For refinance were up. Mm-hmm. I think it was 25%. So a lot of people are refinancing. So all the people who racked up credit card debt month, which is a bad idea. To the mortgage people, I know they'll hate me for saying that. You should never wrap your credit card debt with mortgage debt. But I guess some people, they want to keep those credit scores high so they could borrow some more down the road. Yeah. Well, but anyway, it's we're really talking about how the market is doing overall in New Jersey. I will say this. We've kind of reached a plateau in most of these reports. I mean, even though some of them say that we're not seeing any, prices keep coming up. I don't see it here. I haven't seen it for the last few months, so I don't think, and overall, we were talking about, median sales price going up 16% last year. I don't see that. That's not happening this year. So we've kind of hit the appreciation curve plateau. So I don't think we should be seeing prices go up any more than they have to this point. Right? I mean,
Yeah. No, nothing really.
Nothing stands out.
No. Nope.
Anyway, I celebrated a birthday yesterday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so the first stat that I am going to give you is the average days on the market for Jersey. That is down year over year about 6%, but it has stayed the same month over month at 30 days.
Again, pointing to, it's kind of funny. We just sold something in Jackson, New Jersey. Jackson, New Jersey is high for you new agents and project. Yeah, drop us a line. Send us a DM.
Yeah.
We'll definitely entertain it. But the big thing is and we're talking about cumulative days on the market, which is, this hasn't changed very much, but what I've seen in the last, and I like to give you a little perspective, because sometimes with numbers, you get a sense of things, and then you could kind of not misrepresent data, but data doesn't tell the whole story. there's like momentum things. We get like strange call, like just how the market moves. We could get a sense of it besides what the numbers suggest. So we actually sold a house in Jackson, New Jersey. It was a pretty big sale for Jackson in that particular area. It was at 6. And then we got a strange call from somebody who actually had a house maybe like 3 blocks away at, and we were at 769, and then we got 769 for the list price. We got a list price off full price, full ask. And then, but these people dropped their price down to 749. We were at 769, and they said it's been crickets. And that's how the market has kind of moved in a lot of ways. We see these ebbs and flows, like, and I would caution people to be that there's a lot of things in just the general sense. I mean, current data on the market hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Cumulative days on the market, and I just want to be clear. This isn't for houses. These are for houses that actually sold. We are seeing some more of these not actually make it to the sale. So it's like they're really dropping a little bit lower. Like as far as like the amount of sales, I think we dropped a little bit. Well, we're at the same level we were a year ago, but I think we're at year over year where it was basically flat. Whereas changed is the pending listings year over year. So there's some weakness there, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't want to get into that because you're going to get into it in a little bit.
Yes, I will.
Mm-hmm.
So next we have up is the month's inventory. The month's inventory has changed year over year. It's increased 8%, but has decreased about 7% month over month. The month's inventory.
Yeah, so the month's inventory numbers, this is how much, I always like to rehash this. You probably put me on repeat at this point. So the biggest thing is the year over year difference. Again, nothing, we're talking about the month's inventory. This is how much, if we froze the market today with the amount of houses, how long would it take to sell off? Okay, so we're at, it's a year-over-year increase of 8%, which is high, but it is down month-over-month. These numbers, so it went from almost 2 months, and just so you know, for the record, let's put it out there. For the record, 6 months is generally considered the swing pendulum between buyers and sellers market. We're far from that. So we're 6 months of inventory on the market. We'd say buyer's market. Geez, I remember this one was one time it was like 14 months.
Really?
Back in the day, a long time ago.
Wow.
I lived through the 2008 crisis. 2007, 2008, 2009. 2010 saw the lowest of the low. It took a full 3 years from the time the market came down for real estate prices, just so you know, traditionally move up and down slower, although that has changed. I said this before, the real estate market is kind of more volatile than it's been in years past. You can go week to week, and you can see some big changes and swings week to week. That's how limited the market is. You can see a very big blip, and all of a sudden you get a whole bunch of people in the market, and then the next week it's absolute crickets. But you see this. I see a lot of agents complaining about this. They're like, geez, nothing's happening. A lot of it has to do with just, we have a lot of people with the whole election coming up, people are like a little nervous about things, but they're not certain about where this goes, and so they're like, we don't want to do anything just yet. But I think that's probably about 80% of right now what people feel. They want to wait till after November to see what happens.
Interesting.
So it's negligible. The 6% drop month over month, it would be notable for the year over year, continued on ascent. So it went up It obviously went up 8% year over year to date. And at the same point last year to now, it's up 8%, but down month over month. So 8%, or 6%, 7%.
Yeah.
So things are moving there. But the thing is it correlating with pending sales? Month over month, the pending sales are up 9%.
Yeah.
So, but again, I don't want to overstep my boundaries here. I'll get hit.
No.
I'll get smacked around.
No. No. But moving on.
Moving on.
The sale to list price ratio has actually stayed the same year over year at 101.6, but it has increased month over month 0.3%.
Where is that stat? Oh yeah. So nothing's changed.
No. Nothing changed.
It's basically the same sales. But this is the more. Let me just tell you guys, and people get this misconstrued. Please, I mean, sometimes we deal with there's a lot of still irrational exuberance. Like people assume that because you put your house up and you say, oh, well, the market's doing great, and you'll read this and you say, the sales to list price ratio, that's of the houses that do sell. There is a good percentage of them that don't. And they're not reflected in here. There's another thing that I didn't bring up in the stat is the market's moving kind of weird. The high end of the market and the low end of the market seem to be, it's the middle. Almost like how the economy's going. It's like the middle is not doing great. So it's like you get, there were some people who I've watched recently who said the data is starting to get skewed because they're saying, oh, well, prices are up because of a few big home sales. That's why we like to tend to use median sale price because it kind of takes the middle, takes the high and the lows out. That's a better indicator. And that's still, that's still way up, but we'll get into that. Yeah. Some of the data could be skewed because of the low volume of sales. That's basically what I'm saying here. Some, not all, some.
So,
is that real or AI? Where's what real or AI? We're real.
Yeah, we're real.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Did we come off robotic?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're real.
We're real.
But so I do have a question for you. So do you think there's more bidding wars going on in Jersey since it's over 100?
I think, there are certain segments of the market. Like I said, the market in New Jersey kind of runs, I always say the Route 9, and then toward the coast. There's pockets, just around Route 9 going probably as far south as Jackson. Now, I just wanted to tell you this. As you move further south, we call it like this, if you want big in a circle around New York, where I have issues is that the New York market has actually declined in value. And it's usually a harbinger for what will happen in New Jersey. So prices are still coming up in New Jersey. Prices in Manhattan's come down. Locally on Staten Island, it's moved up slightly, and then parts of New Jersey still continue an ascent. And we were in some places, boy, I can't believe some of the price, Basking Ridge, and I do think it's just a lot of these people are Park Slope transplants, and people who are living in downtown Brooklyn. They would see they're moving out to, and they're honestly the more affluent buyers are flocking to just west of north from here. So you're seeing, and even in the places along the Jersey coastline, you're still seeing. But I'm going to caution this again that there's two factors that I'm watching for in its parts. There's the Airbnb situation in some of the shore communities, like Seaside Heights, Airbnb is not doing well. And there's a lot of them, short-term rentals will play a role. It's kind of like what's going on in Florida right now. Florida has seen a decrease in the volume of Airbnbs, of prior Airbnbs being sold off, and there seems to be a race to the bottom in certain areas. We don't have quite the situation in New Jersey, but places like Seaside Heights, where there's quite a bit of them, when people kind of like took on these Airbnbs, they definitely went out crazy on the financing, and you may see some consolidation in certain markets based on the Airbnb situation. They're just too damn expensive.
Yeah, they are. I know.
I mean, you
Yeah.
Okay. So have you used it?
I never used Airbnb, but I have looked into it when I was thinking about going away, and it was just like
As a comparison to a hotel, correct?
Yeah. Like,
So
we'd much rather go to a hotel than an Airbnb.
Yeah, and then a lot of localities keep, there's a lot of localities, and I don't know if anybody owns Airbnbs and if they feel free to inquire about it. But the big thing is that the Airbnb situation in certain markets, there'll be pockets that kind of you'll see weakness or increases in inventory. Florida is a great example of it. It's one of the fastest markets of far. But the funny thing is the market's still it's still pre-pandemic lows in terms of inventory. So people who are saying, they're calling the shots here and saying, oh, well, it's a sign of things to come. I hate to say this. Since 2008, there's been at least 3 times that I've been doing real estate where there was a prediction of the real estate market heading downward and never came to pass. And it seems like, look, there's a lot more, and I do think that there's a lot of buffers in place that didn't exist in 2008 that are in place now. Mm-hmm. And one of them being quantitative easing. So prices have stabilized. So prices may stabilize. The only problem is that part of this problem is inflation obviously takes hold, and because the market doesn't go through a natural regression. So it's like every time the market kind of starts heading south, you see the interest rate cuts. Yeah. And then what happens is there's quantitative easing. So the government's been taking money out of their balance sheets first. They actually buy securities. They buy treasuries. Mm-hmm. This never been So the interesting thing is it's never happened before in history, which is making the guidance for economics very difficult to predict, because it's one of the components. It's like the Treasury is acting as a buyer in the market for things that typically. So what happens is that they'll purchase Treasuries to keep interest rates low. There's no real buyers.
Okay, so no one's really buying
Treasuries, and what happens is, if they don't buy Treasuries, you have to pick up the yields, right? The yields got to go up. And if they do that, you got to have so the Treasury is known for buying its own debt back. Sounds crazy, but it's reflected in prices. And, it's like people are complaining that, housing prices are high and what are we going to do about it? And most of I hate to say this, obviously campaigns and real estate and everything that's talking about inventory crunches and all this. There's no natural in and out of the market, which is really the problem. And there's not, I hear I hate to say this is not to be political, but there is no solution for the housing shortage. Mm-hmm. So there's no solution, because the market will not go through a natural transition from high to low, and that's 85% of the problem. So it doesn't go high to low. The lows are buffered off by quantitative easing or subsidies, and I hate to say that's why prices of food is going up. Prices when the environment exists like this. The markets don't traditionally, they can't fall And most people, they say they don't like high prices, but the problem is that you don't want the consequence of lower prices is a bad economy. So that means the demand is drying up, and you can't have, and that means that the economy is shrinking. And so I hate to say this, it's like we're in like a catch-22. So that's my take on it. And you have to really just pay attention to that because I think that matters.
Yeah.
Next thing.
The sold median listings. So the sold median listings are up year over year, 10%, and also up month over month, about 5%.
We have a sold median sale price. This is Monmouth and Ocean. I'm not doing, this is like Middlesex. I like places like, it continues as a sound. New Jersey is one of the hottest real estate markets, and it has a lot to do with people wanting to figure out suburbia and get into suburbia. That's been the biggest thing driving the market right now is people moving out to the suburbs, and it just continues. New Jersey is just, it's just hot. And it's also, but there's also a lot of people, there's a lot of turnover. A lot of people from New Jersey we've not dealt with, they moved out to Florida. But it just continues. There's nothing there that says anything slowing down. The only thing that's suggested is pending listings. But that's up month over month, down year over year.
Yeah.
But it's up 9% month over month.
Yeah, the pending listings. Month over month, yeah.
New listings are up 8%. Month over month difference, 7%. The year over year of new listings is up. Active listings, same thing. There's more inventory on the market in New Jersey than there has been for a while. Mm-hmm. So last year at this time, just to give you a little snapshot of this, active listings were 3,459. They're up to 3,752. What we have to see is the volume of sales. Sold listings have not really increased, but inventory has, which may not be reflective just yet. That we may see some softening at some point in the future. I don't know if it's the case just yet. There's another question now. No.
No.
Nope. I can see.
Yeah, I can't see. I'm like this. No.
So that's where we're at with that. That's where we're at with that.
That's where we're at with that. Yeah.
New listings are up, right?
New listings are up year over year and month over month.
And same thing with active listings.
Active listings.
We'll watch that moving forward. That's one of those things that are kind of like, are we somewhere with this? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's really nothing.
There's really nothing.
There isn't.
Maybe there is. There is something. It's called stagnant. No, it's not stagnant. Just, but we'll have to see. That number is interesting to me. The funny thing is the sold average sale price was down month over month.
Yes, it's down almost 1%, but it's at 7.9% month over month.
Sold?
The sold average sale?
Sold average sale price. Sold average listing, this is such a whacked out report. Sold average listing is down 1.3%, and the year over year difference is 4.4. So sold, meaning the listing price when it goes to the selling table is down. That's an anomaly. I don't quite understand how that's possible, but it is.
Yeah.
In the world of real estate, it is possible. Anything's possible. The sold average sale price.
Sold average sale price.
Is where I was looking.
Yeah, so that's up year over year.
Just 4%. Just, when I say just, we were doing New Jersey real estate stats that actually showed that it was that number was like 18% year over year, maybe 2 years ago, and now we're down to just 4%. But month over month, it's down.
Yeah.
There was a couple of months there when the rates got to 8, this number was down. So when those rates got close to 8, things really tail off on things. But I don't see the rates going down. And if the rates don't come down, prices aren't going down. I mean, like, prices will just, there's not going to be a change to the inventory. It's going to be really, like, I don't see, like, people waiting for the next shoe to drop on this market. It's going to be, and I thought it may happen. I really did. At one point, I really thought it may happen. Mm-hmm. But I don't see it right now. I don't see it. There's nothing. And I thought at certain points, if the rate stayed at 8, the prices of houses would come down. There's no doubt. We saw it in the stats before. We'll see it again. The prices of houses will go down. So each time they reached about 8, prices started heading back south. So there was 2 reports. I think it was March of this year and February of last year. Where the average median sale price was down and the average sale price was down. So it did come down. But every time it seems to get to this level, it never breaks. It kind of just heads right back up. And I don't know. Housing affordability, that's really, there's no end in sight for that piece of this puzzle. None. So that's where we're at with that.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else?
I guess just what you think is coming in the upcoming months.
Does anybody want to give a prediction on what the next couple of months are going to look like in real estate? I do think it's like, and I sense it. There's a weird sense as everybody's sitting in like this great suspense, like what's going to happen next year. Because obviously these last, I warned you, and don't say I didn't. I warned you about this.
Oh yeah.
I said like 6 months ago. I said the next 6 months are going to be absolutely insane.
You did say that.
I said, stay tuned. So far, and I don't like to be right about these things.
No.
But it's everything that I've caught, and I think it's going to get even a little, like, we're heading to the max craziness.
Oh no. Do you think by the end of the year?
Well, look, there's all sorts of things happening in the world.
Yeah.
It's nuts. This is where I don't mind being my age. Sorry. Like, okay. Now it's like, I wouldn't want to do this again. This is just crazy times.
Yeah.
It was good though. I don't know if everybody's around from the 90s were the best era, like, I think.
Yeah, so I hear.
Yep, everything was really good in the 90s. It's funny. Things were just like, I'd say from like 90, right up until the World Trade Center, 2001, a year after you were born.
Oh. I was born in a bad time.
No, you weren't. At least you had to witness it.
Oh, yeah.
But, but that span of time from like, I'd say from like 93 all the way up to 2000 was the golden era. And then the dot-com bubble happened and the bubble economy began. But that had a lot to do with, that's a long story. I'm not going to get into it now. But does anybody have any questions? Please, if you have a question, feel free to ask. But I think that kind of highlights, and you can catch, you got to get my social media stuff.
Yes, please follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Nextdoor, LinkedIn.
Keep going.
Threads. No. We have everything. Look
Yes.
us up. Pinterest. Look us up on everything.
Pinterest is huge.
Yeah.
I wonder what people, how they really use Pinterest. A lot of people, I've seen the growth. It's actually seems to be growing. And one of the things is it's not as toxic. Your fan base isn't here today.
I know.
What happened?
I don't know. Where are they?
But I found out you're getting married. I'm only Anyway. You cut that out in the edit. She's not, guys. Don't worry. Not yet.
Yeah.
What?
I said yeah, so no.
I gotta put no, she wants to end this, so I'm not gonna let her. We're gonna keep, do you want me to stop pressing for questions?
No.
If you have any questions you want me to ask, I'll definitely answer.
No.
No, we're kidding. Anyway, but like I said, we have. I hate these glasses. I've made some promises this year. I get new glasses, but anyway, that's what we have for today. She's just dying. You have no idea how fast she wants to run out of here, just so she's worried about what we're going to say next.
Yeah.
So I got to put you on the spot?
No, it's okay. You don't have to do that.
Put you on the spot?
Yeah.
Is it okay that I do, you mean?
No, it's okay if you don't.
Oh, okay.
No, if you want to, like.
Oh, yeah?
It depends on what.
All right.
I'm scared.
No, anyway, guys, thank you so much. Have a great afternoon.
Yes.
And
follow us.
Yeah, follow us on those channels, and we'll see you Friday.
Yes, Friday.
All right.
Yep. Bye, guys.